Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
2 outs from immortality. 1 swing away from eternity. Game 7 hung in the cold night air like a held breath, and just as Toronto dared to believe, the baseball gods leaned in and whispered, "Not yet." Most franchises would have spent months mourning that loss, replaying it endlessly like a bad dream they couldn't wake from. The Toronto Blue Jays did something very different. They turned pain into a blueprint. 62 days later, with today's signing of Kazuma Okamoto on a 4-year, $60 million deal, Toronto didn't just respond to heartbreak. They finished constructing the most calculated championship framework baseball has seen since the 2016 Cubs rewrote destiny. Hello Jays Nation, and welcome to Jays Quick News, your home for everything Toronto Blue Jays. While the wider baseball world argues about whether this team has gone all in, they're missing the point entirely. This isn't desperation spending. This is dynasty architecture, drafted with surgical precision. Every move this winter connects to a single championship vision stretching deep into the next decade. If you care about understanding how titles are actually built, make sure you like this video, share it with a fellow fan, and subscribe now, because what you're about to hear changes how you see this organization. Game 7, November 1st, still echoes. Toronto led 3-0, then 4-2, 6 outs from glory. The crowd was already tasting champagne when Miguel Rojas silenced the stadium with a 9th-inning home run that felt like a punch to the chest. Then, deep into the 11th, Will Smith ended it. Dodgers 5, Blue Jays 4. That final swing didn't just end a season. It triggered an autopsy. Championship organizations don't hide from failure. They weaponize it. Toronto broke that loss down into cold, brutal truth and identified 3 vulnerabilities that could never be allowed to exist again. Rotation security beyond 2026, bullpen predictability under October pressure, and offensive versatility when matchups tighten and margins vanish. The response was immediate and merciless. Dylan Cease arrived on a 7-year, $210 million deal, the loudest statement of intent in franchise history. But even here, the genius whispers beneath the headline. Deferrals reduce the present value to roughly $184 million, preserving luxury tax flexibility while securing one of the most dominant swing-and-miss arms in baseball. Cease 33.4% with rate led all major league starters. When Kevin Gausman and Shane Bieber approach free agency after 2026, Cease doesn't just replace them. He becomes the anchor, the spine, the certainty around which the next rotation era forms alongside Trey Yusei. It's succession planning disguised as star hunting. Then came Tyler Rogers, 3 years, $37 million, a move that looks subtle until you understand October baseball. Rogers led the entire league with 81 appearances, posted a microscopic 1.98 ERA, and lived in the 98th percentile for weak contact. The average exit velocity against him was 84.2 miles per hour, soft enough to feel like batting practice in reverse. His submarine delivery doesn't just confuse hitters. It unnerves them. In a bullpen room where Jordan Romano's intensity sets the tone and Jeff Hoffman's late-inning scars hardened him into steel, Rogers adds psychological armor. He removes predictability from Toronto's bullpen equation entirely. And today, the final piece slid into place. Kazuma Okamoto, 4 years, $60 million, a 6-time NPB All-Star with 248 career home runs and a slash line that reads like a threat, .277, .361, .521. This isn't a splash. It's a chess move. The contract structure tells you everything. A modest signing bonus, just $7 million in 2026, then $16 million annually thereafter. Backloaded. Flexible. Elegant. Toronto secures a right-hand bat who walks nearly as often as he strikes out, without sacrificing immediate payroll maneuverability. Like, share, and subscribe right now, because this is where the architecture truly reveals itself. Add it all together and the winter spending clears $300 million. Cease. Rogers. Cody Ponce from the KBO. Okamoto. The Gimenez trade. The Santander commitment. The Hoffman extension. This isn't panic buying. It's infrastructure. The Blue Jays aren't collecting stars. They're engineering complementary skill sets that function like interlocking gears. Look at the rotation and you see design, not coincidence. Cease overwhelms with raw power. Gaussman brings relentless durability and precision. Bieber contributes post-season memory and guile. Berrios anchors with consistency. Yusei adds a unique arm angle and developing strikeout upside. 5 starters, 5 completely different looks, forcing opposing lineups to reset mentally every single night. October baseball is about discomfort, and Toronto has made discomfort inevitable. The bullpen tells the same story. Tyler Rogers erases platoon advantages entirely. Right-hand hitters struggle. Left-handed hitters struggle. Neither side posts a .650 OPS against him. In a division that features Aaron Judge, Yordan Alvarez, and Pete Alonso, that neutrality is priceless. The bullpen no longer reacts. It dictates. Offensively, Okamoto doesn't just add power. He adds options. Need pop at third base, he plays there. Want elite defense late, Ernie Clement slides in at third while Okamoto shifts to first. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. can DH. The chessboard expands. Okamoto's presence means potential moves for stars like Kyle Tucker or Bo Bichette don't force awkward compromises. They multiply possibilities. John Schneider can now deploy 7 or 8 lineup configurations without losing punch. That's October insurance. History smiles on this approach. The teams that respond best to championship heartbreak don't dabble. They commit. The 1995 Braves did it. The 2004 Red Sox did it. The 2017 Astros did it. Each made 2 or 3 decisive moves. Toronto made 7. And unlike the 2015 Blue Jays, whose deadline rentals felt like borrowed time, this group is built to last. Cease and Guerrero are decade-long pillars. Okamoto and Rogers bridge primes. This mirrors the 2016 Cubs, but on a grander scale. Nearly $800 million committed to prime-age talent isn't recklessness. It's a declaration. The competitive window math makes it unavoidable. Guerrero is locked in through 2039. Cease through 2032. Okamoto through 2029. Rogers through 2028. This isn't a window. It's a corridor. Whether Toronto ultimately lands Kyle Tucker, re-signs Bo Bichette, or pulls off something even bolder, the framework absorbs it. Gimenez provides gold glove defense. Clement offers flexibility. Barger moves wherever needed. The pieces don't clash. They click. Financially, it's a masterclass. Cease deferrals soften tax impact. Okamoto's deal escalates as George Springer's money comes off the books. Rogers' salary climbs just as other obligations fall away. It's payroll Tetris played at championship level. The nuclear option even exists, a world where Tucker and Bichette both fit without strain, creating a lineup with 9 legitimate starters, elite defense, and 800-run potential. 62 days after that final, cruel swing ended their season, the Blue Jays spent over $300 million making sure it never happens the same way again. Rotation certainty. Bullpen depth. Offensive flexibility. Financial freedom. This isn't spending. It's inevitability. Game 7 wasn't a failure. It was a forensic investigation, and every weakness was systematically erased. So when this team finally lifts the Commissioner's Trophy, when the champagne flows and the ghosts of November first finally rest, will you look back at today as the moment the dynasty truly began? Drop your championship predictions in the comments. Do they sign Tucker? Do they keep Bichette? Does Yusei win Rookie of the Year and World Series MVP? Smash that like button, subscribe to Jay's Quick News, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a second of this era unfolding. Jays Nation, the dynasty doesn't feel possible anymore. It feels planned.